Why does the JavaScript event loop impact variable scope? Imagine writing a story where parts of it appear out of order, even though you wrote it sequentially. That's kind of how the JavaScript event loop influences variable scope. When you think about JavaScript, remember it runs on a single thread. It handles one task at a time but manages multiple tasks using the event loop. This loop checks if the main code has finished and then runs queued tasks like callbacks from timers or promises. Now, variable scope in JavaScript is about where variables are accessible. Variables declared with the keyword var are scoped to the entire function, while let and const are limited to the block they are declared in. Closures are functions that remember the environment they were created in, including variables from their parent scope. When asynchronous functions run later, they still have access to those variables because of closures. But here's where the event loop comes into play. Because asynchronous callbacks execute after the main code, they access variables as they were when the callback was created. If you used var inside a loop, the variable might have changed by the time the callback runs, leading to unexpected results. Using let or const helps because they are block-scoped, so each iteration gets its own copy of the variable. The event loop also preserves the scope of callbacks by maintaining references to their lexical environment. This means that when the callback finally runs, it sees the variables as they were when the callback was made, not when it executes. To keep your code predictable, always prefer let and const over var in asynchronous situations. Understanding how closures work with the event loop helps manage state and callbacks. Remember, asynchronous functions run after the current call stack clears, so they see the scope at the moment they were created. If you're looping and adding callbacks, be careful. Using let inside loops or immediately invoking functions can help capture the right value. So, the event loop impacts variable scope because it controls when callbacks run and what variables they access. Mastering this relationship helps you write cleaner, bug-free JavaScript code that works smoothly in web development.